I tried to beat Pokémon Renegade Platinum, a hard mode of Pokémon Platinum, without any knowledge of the trainer's Pokémon, with only a notepad and a dream. Welcome back to the Scrags Renegade Platinum Nuzlocke Plus. Last episode, I got a mix of some really good encounters and some really bad natures. Still, while I managed to get through the entire Rourke split deathless, this upcoming Gardenia split is where things start to get shaky. If you're new to the channel, hey, I'm Scrags, and I'm trying Pokemon exclusive content here on this channel. This is my third attempt trying to beat Ren Plat blind, and I can only use the notes from previous runs to guide me through the game. If you're curious about the challenge rules, or about the music I use in my videos, you can find all of that information in the description below. Okay, so let's break down the Gardenia split. There are 3 boss fights including Gardenia herself, and the first one is the infamous Mars fight in Valley Windworks. The reason this fight is difficult is because of her Purugly, which is a very strong stat stick for this point in the game. For such a hefty cat, it sure likes to be faster than jet planes. Ever since someone in the comments brought that up, I've never been the same. Not to mention, Purugly actually got buffed in this game, so it's slightly faster than even that. Its attack was raised to 95, and its bulk is more rounded out. From previous runs, I know this Purugly has access to priority like Fake Out, and then powerful moves like Facade, both of which are boosted by its normal type stab. Facade is tricky because it means I have to be careful about giving it a status effect, unless I feel like doubling its damage output. You know, just in case I thought the run was too easy. To make matters worse, because of the buff to its bulk, including a base 90 HP stat, it gets to benefit a lot more out of its held item, the Citrus Berry. Wait, there's a typo on the Bulbapedia page. It restored 25% of the that's not how that works. Wait. I went to fact check that just to be sure, but anyway. This monster is one of the reasons I took the risk to pick up Larvitar's Flame Orb early, so that I could take advantage of the generous level cap of this split and get as comfortable as I can with my Guts Machop. Alright, let's jump into the run. I rearranged my team for the Galactic Double Battle in Jubilife City, where Dawn's Clefairy lands a Sing, giving us some really good momentum to get out with hardly any issues. Next up is Route 204 Floraroma side, where I flirt with the random ace trainer behind the trees to get Captivate, a move that lowers the target's special attack by 2. These types of moves where you can heavily lower a stat by 2, for example, are usually super helpful in these difficulty hacks, so I kept that in the back pocket for now. And in the far left of the field, I also get the TM for Bullet Seed. This route is also where I can get a new encounter, because I play using a self-imposed rule called Area Clause. What this means is that I technically like to consider routes with different sides as separate encounters, because like I mentioned in the last video, I just like encountering mons and see what I can get, which this time it ended up being a Weedle. So now my Caterpie is a friend in the box. There's not much to do in Floraroma Town besides collecting some berries, including the Chesto Berry inside of the berry building in the middle where you also get the Spray Duck. After this, it's time for the Valley Windworks side plot, where I can get a new Valley Windworks encounter. What is our Valley Windworks encounter? Hello? Magnemite is a crazy good encounter for me right now, as I was missing an electric type for the boss. It also gets the added benefit of being secondary steel type, which means I could pair it with Aron or Beldum and have 2 steel types on the team without clashing with my primary typing rule. The Magnemite line also has this inside joke on the channel, where the EX card from Magnezone and XY Flashfire kind of makes it look like it's doing the Mr. Beast pose. So it is named as such. I also have a letter here from Magnemite's lawyers that I need to make a legal distinction for every Mr. Beast that I use. This Magnemite and any Magnemite used on any Scrags platform does not reflect or share the same views and beliefs as any public figure that shares its name, nor does it condone the actions of such individuals. A bit strict, but I get it. I ran back to Floraroma Town in order to get the final starter group from that promo campaign I mentioned in the last episode, where here I picked Cyndaquil to avenge the one that I ended up losing way too early in the last attempt I used one. But when I checked the abilities, Serene Grace, Blaze, and Torrent. Okay, so it's Chikorita that ended up getting the hidden ability. Serene Grace is really good though, no? Oh well, surely Blaze will come in clutch eventually. That's okay, right? I think speed is nice, but Magnet Pull. Now it's time for the Mars split. I think Toph as like a backup option isn't a bad idea. I bring Toph, Mr. Beast, and Christo onto the team, because 2 steel types provide so much value. and Magnemite hard counters Zubat with its poison immunity and quad resistance to flying type attacks. Cyndaquil, who would also become Quilava during grinding, is also a good answer to the Bronzor in the back. And speaking of grinding, a little surprise showed up in the middle of it. Oh my god. Shiny Starly again. Sure. Because of Shiny Claws, I was able to catch it and use it, despite not only having already caught something in this area, but also having the same Mon already in the box. This Starly had Keen Eye though, which meant that later on it would evolve into Intimidate Staravia, like the one I was hoping Shimi to be. Its IVs weren't too bad either, losing out on an attacking stat it really didn't use much anyways. I beat the Grunt so bad he locked himself into the building of the Valley Windworks. To get the key though, I would need to fight another double battle against Grunts, except this time without Dawn's help. They applied a bit of pressure on my team, but some lucky crits dealing with some potential threats, like buffed Ladybug with Technician Mach Punch, allowed me to get through unscathed, even though Nidorino missed 3 pecks in a row. Now I had access to the Honey Vendor, meaning I could get a new encounter in the Floaroma Meadows. You gonna talk about that encounter? Hello? Mr. Scraggy King 20? Okay, fine. I will. Tangela is actually an interesting encounter, because it was a Mon that was originally standalone, way before it got its evolution, meaning it gets to spin the wheel on if it gets a specific stat niche or not. In Tangela's case, it gets a whopping 100 special attack and 115 defense, which is pretty neat. The thing is, its best special move for this split is, Mega Drain. By the time it gets Giga Drain, it's 3 levels away of turning into an even bigger plant. So while it looks kinda crazy as an early game Mon, the most it's probably going to do is tank some physical attacks. Which, hey, is still a niche! Lots of physical normal type moves in this economy, and it's also a grass type, which, while my box isn't desperately yearning for another one, it's still nice. Anyway, I also decided to get my Route 205 encounter early, fishing up a Chinchou for the team. Chinchou is another super interesting Mon because it's basically a coin flip on what kind of immunity it will provide for your run. And for run 3, I got myself a nice Volt Absorb Chinchou. I was muted this whole time. Anyway, let's go. Anyway, just to recap what happened, I was gonna grind with Magnemite on Route 205 on the Magikarps. I didn't know Chinchou was on here. It is really good to know. Oh, so the early Route 205 encounter was an accident. Haha. I also wallow in sorrow at the fact that I could have gotten an Elekid for my Valley Windworks encounter. No way. I could have had an Elekid. This game is so mean and evil and messed up and something I would have very much liked as the world's strongest Electivire believer. And I also cleared out some of the trainers inside for some of that boosted trainer XP, and then wrapped up my grinding with the Mars boss fight. Okay, let's see if it works. Zubat comes in. Mr. Beast comes in. Shockwave. Ooh, Confuse Ray. Ooh, that shoehorns my plan a little. Okay, but that is information for the next run, in case I have to do another one. Wing attack, we resist these really well. Ooh, turn 1. This is very good. This is very good. Definitely could have been worse for sure. Yanma comes in. Okay, so here I'm thinking it doesn't Silver Wind. I think it might Sonic Boom here. If it does, that does suck. Or it could detect here. It does Sonic Boom. That's fine. We can Flame Wheel here. So now, it should see the kill with fake... Oh. Oh no. This is not what I wanted. Yeah, see, my line was kind of banking on Perugly seeing that delicious fake out kill on Quilava so that I could get my Flame Orb Machop in. The reason I didn't pre-burn it here was because I didn't want that burn chip damage when I sent it in, which doesn't happen on the turn it gets burned by Flame Orb. But who would have thought she would have sent out the slow steel type into the fire type first? Subscribe for more professional Nuzlocke gameplay, by the way. Backup strat, I have Bite on Groddle. We never get crit here. We curse. Oh, not on the Confuse Ray. We have to land these Bite. Oh my god, and Hypnosis! Okay, we wake up. Oh. Okay, it's okay, we can play around crit here. Nice. I don't know if I could have played around Bite, though. The Citrus Bear comes in. I will use one of my super potions here. I wanted to try and do this potionless, but that's unfortunate. I can still bait the fake out here. Nice miss. Nice, we take it out. I really want the fake out here. Please fake out. Nice. Oh, that still does a lot of damage. I think Facade kills here, actually. There is a flaw in the plan. Unfortunately, despite my best attempts at steering, I underestimated how much of a terrifying mon the Fat Cat actually is, especially with the buffs it received. If I really wanted to commit to this matchup line though, I would have to play into not getting crit by the incoming Facade, however. Under normal Nuzlocke circumstances, you never run this risk. However, run it. Nice, we live. Always lucky, never punished. Looker meets me outside the Valley Windworks, and now it's time to get ready for Eterna Forest. I reconfigured the team by adding Leno and Caprice, the shiny Starly from earlier, and leveled them up to be caught up with the rest of the team. Of course, in classic Scraggy King 20 fashion, I misclick and end up canceling my Starly evolution from mashing the buttons too hard. Oh boy, I hope I don't end up missing a super crucial move on Staravia. It's Foresight. I don't think I care about Foresight. Subscribe for more professional Nuzlocke. The trek up Route 205 wasn't so bad. I collect some items scattered around the route, dodged trainers I didn't feel like fighting, reached the rest spot, and then finally entered Eterna Forest. Here, Cheryl greets me as usual like in Vanilla Platinum, but something is different about her. That's right, in typical Renegade Platinum fashion, they turn her against the player by making her into a surprise boss fight, before you can escort her out the other end of the forest. Which, considering how the Mira and Riley encounters went in my other attempts, I wouldn't be surprised if the other two did this too. This brings me to the #1 rule about playing through Renegade Platinum blind. Never trust Renegade Platinum. Nobody is friendly. Nobody is kind. Everybody wants you dead. Surprise trainers are everywhere. Sorry to be so sudden, but may we have a battle? Yeah, she just jumps you, man. No warning or anything. And she's smiling like, hee hee. So the route, Shockwave here. This thing, I think Ominous wins. Yeah. That's fine. I actually ran the risk of Omni Boost, but knowing it has Ominous Wind is good information. I don't know why I didn't expect it to use the Fantina move when all I knew it was Aerial Ace and Shockwave. I guess I kind of just hoped it would use Shockwave instead. It is faster than me, so I think no matter what, even if it gets the Omni Boost, I think we're chilling. Oh no, it's not faster than me. Okay, I don't know why I thought it was faster than me. That's fine. Does Chansey come out? No, Makuhita does come out. Okay, so hope for the fake out here. We get the Intimidate drop. Okay. Aerial Ace here should KO. Yep. And then Whalmer. Okay, so it's probably looking to Rock Tomb me, right? So I think we go Hortensia here. Yeah, there it is. Speed drop, that's fine. Hemsralf is... sorry, Hemsralf is the usual name. Hortensia. And Mist. As long as we can at least KO it, I think we're okay. We're solid. Yeah, we're 5 levels above. We should be okay. Then Chansey comes out last. I think... oh no, I don't want to take an Ice Beam. I forgot to pre-burn Dan Furnace. Mr. Beast takes things pretty well. Last move is probably Seismic Toss, right? I want to say it is. I don't know. What does it do here? What's its last move? I know I'm scouting. This is so risky. It does Hyper Voice into that slot. Interesting. I'm dead to crit here, but it's also... it should die to double kick here, right? Wait, what? The bulkiest Chansey known to man? I swap back into Mr. Beast. It takes the Hyper Voice. Oh! I guess Magnemite already has low HP, right? For some reason here, I dance around Chansey's Hyper Voices, relying on my ability to use potions in this run. Honestly, I probably could have gotten through this fight without potions, but not pre-burning Machop opened me up to the risk of getting another status in its stead from Chansey's Ice Beams. Rewatching this again, I could have pivoted around my team a little more to get Machop in anyways, but this is just one of the many cases of the Scraggy King 20 Tunnel Vision effect, where I honed in too much on the fact that Magnemite resisted all of Chansey's potential moves, and then tried to take advantage of Chansey's low defense stat with the physical moves I did have on Magnemite, before just biting the bullet anyways and switching on a soft-boiled Predict. Not my proudest showing, which I even admitted to in the recording. A lot messier of a win, but I'll take it. Win's a win. It got me through the fight at least. Now Cheryl is my friend again, and she'll heal me up after every fight, like she normally does in vanilla. Normally the strat here is to repel through the forest, so that your new friend here doesn't kill a potential encounter. But I, the content-brained fool that I am, decided to run it for the added bonus of selecting one of 2 potential encounters with the double battle mechanic. Unfortunately, this is a lot harder to do in Renegade Platinum because you can't just knock out the only Mon on your partner's team, because as you saw in this boss fight, she has more than just Chansey. So it's actually even riskier to try something like this in Ren Plat. But you know what they say, always lucky, never punished. Nice. Oh my god, I play these Eterna Forest encounters so risky. I named the Baneri Mama Doodle, which is a reference to me looking for chicken names in my Rune Factory 4 playthrough on my main channel, and finding Lapani as one of the options after a quick Google search. Circle of life and stuff, I guess. Now, I don't really like playing double battles if I can avoid it, let alone the multi-battles you fight here in this forest as you travel with Cheryl. So I did as many single battle fights here as I possibly could. A couple of close calls here and there, but I made it through fine. Cheryl gives you return at the end here instead of the Soothe Bell, but it's still a nice TM to have. I gave it to Storyvia here for the stat benefits. Now, the old chateau in Ren Plat is kinda cool. You gain access to 2 static encounters, being Rotom and Gengar, alongside the normal encounters you find just running around in this dilapidated manner. For this run, I decided to set a new rule, where if I were to try for one of the statics, I couldn't go for the other, just to keep things more interesting than just being like, oh boy, 3 cakes! And for this run, I decide to go for Rotom. Now, don't get me wrong, Gengar at this point of the game is very helpful. Not only is it a good mon overall, but it's also an early ghost type that also gives you an extra type effective matchup for Gardenia's grass types. So why did I pick Rotom? I like the toaster. I took advantage of the wild encounters having random AI, so it could heal my Chinchou if it decided to attack with an electric move. And all I had to do was throw Pokeballs at it, while it whittled itself down from confusion damage. And it didn't take very long until I caught it, which I named Caesar, my go-to nickname for Rotom Heat. Who needs Gengar anyways when you can just get a standard Ghastly here instead? I don't know why I'm gonna name it this. He feels like a tricky Rick to me. Before I leave the chateau though, I pick up the TM for Substitute, probably one of the strongest moves in this game, though I don't really realize that just yet. I also learned you can catch Duskull and Rattata here. For my Route 205 Eterna side encounter, I opt for the Honey encounter. Hoot hoot. Welcome to the squad, Spotty. And now I finally make it to Eterna City. And the first thing I do is crush a poor idol's hopes and dreams on accident, thinking she was gonna give me Dazzling Gleam. I think I crushed that girl's dreams. Plus special attack, minus special defense. Not terrible, but not optimal. Runaway, Levitate, Naive, plus speed, minus special defense. Okay, so it's fast. Right, it's Electric Ghost in this game. It doesn't get the secondary typing until Gen 5, I remember now. Plus attack, minus special defense, okay. And then Tinted Lens. Plus special defense, minus attack, okay. But you're a special attacker, I think, right? You'll be fine. All right, so let's route. Let's route indeed. Looking at my team sheet, I noticed Gardenia's Grottle has leftovers, an item I was heavily considering bringing my Eevee Covet strat for again. I bring Remelia and Christo onto the team, the weakness and resistance benefits looking really enticing for the Grass-type gym. Then I head over to get the fossils from the Underground Man's house for when I get the bike and return to Oreburgh City. Met Energy Man again at the Eterna City statue and gave him some of my choice words, got Cynthia jump scared for Cut, and then picked up Thief behind the Galactic Eterna building. Then it was time for my Route 211 encounter. Oh, Teddy Ursa, okay. Okay, got it. I decided to delay my Mount Coronet encounter a little bit. I don't know why it's flashing so much though. Evolved my Zubat into Golbat during grinding, and then jumped right into Mount Coronet for my encounter. Hey, I did say I was gonna delay it a little bit. Our encounter is Geodude. Okay, maybe I should have delayed it a little more. Got it. That sounded more like Scritch, but that's okay. Oh, Moonstone. Oh, it's Nidoking time. Okay, out of curiosity, I'm gonna fish a few times just for information. Like, I can't catch it, but yeah, okay. It's not the tiles, unless I just got really lucky. Really good to know if I ever need to do a run 4. I don't know if I have the energy to do a run 4. We'll see how I feel in 5 years. Now, what if I told you I could get yet another encounter if I headed up to Route 216. That's right! Route 216 is open early for the player to get access to some ice types, giving you potentially another counter for Gardenia's grass types. Another close call with a trainer Swellow, and I made it to the rest spot. I talked to Gardenia in order to remind her that she had a gym to go back to, and one of the trainers brought up something about having 5 badges. So perhaps something to return to in the future. Well, not much to do here, so let's go back. So once we enter the gym, we cannot leave. So I think our line is fine. The trainers inside of the gym were no problem at all. So it didn't take long until I made it to the end of the split, where I could take my mandatory selfie with gym leader number 2, Gardenia. Gardenia comes in, Blossom. Stun Spore, that's fine. I could have Cherry Berried it. We should resist Gleam because we're Poison type. Nice. It is gonna burn a Super Potion, so we're gonna try and get some health back. That is bad. It's okay. We're very safe from crits here, especially if we can recover HP with Leech Life here. The Teeter Dance is unfortunate. Parafusion. Okay, we do land it. Nice. And crit matter. Level 26. The Rosary comes out already. Ooh. Also, the level cap is 26. My notes are wrong. And the first death of Run 3 finally happened, waking me up to a horrifying realization. I was in a horrible spot, because not only was one of my best grass resists now dead, my trainer notes were wrong, and I had the wrong level cap. Careless as I was, the run was going so well. Having gone deathless up to this point, I barely put much thought in my team building, where it could have absolutely been better if I spent a little more time thinking about it. No Haunter, no Beldum, and instead I brought Machop and Chinchou? And worst of all, I didn't even go into the gym with very much healing. Needless to say, while I definitely had a way out, I was not getting out of this fight without a couple of deaths. Yeah. Oh, Endeavor was the better option here. I think what I have to do is I have to get it in range with a quick attack. Sack Caprice here. Yeah, because I messed up. I should have brought Beldum. I'm sorry, Caprice. That puts it in range. That's Gleam. Flame Wheel should KO from this range. Well, that does way more damage than I thought it would. There's Tangela. I think Hortensia is like a safe pick for just to reposition. Ancient Power, that's information. If it gets the Omni Boost, we are very screwed, but we have Shell Armor to give us a bit of momentum. We heal up here. No Omni Boost. We heal here. We can Curse here. Grass Knot. Oh, Stun Spore still hits grass types in Gen 4. Oh no, it still has one more. And there's the Omni Boost. Uh-oh. It still has more Omnis. Oh, that does nothing. I have the potion rule. I have to have used it here. Now I hard swap into the grass knot here. Flame Wheel here. Oh, please don't pair up. Please don't. Oh, that's so... Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. The Shockwave. Shockwave doesn't do that much. If I died a crit here, though, I think. Yep. That still doesn't kill, but that's probably because of the +1. And remember when I said I'd probably never use the full restore? Now, I think now is the time. And hope we don't get crit here. Oh, uses Grass Knot, okay. I mean, I still would have been dead to crit, but this thing is Leech Seed. And probably Bulldoze. There's the Bulldoze. It still does so much. The Seed Bomb. I'm getting a lot of their kits out. Ooh, insane read here. I think my only bet is +6, and then cheese. +6. It's got lefties, though. Ooh, if I had Thief for COVID! I want this thing to be as healthy as possible. This is Sash, so I think I just... Okay, Sash shouldn't even matter. Oh my god, I have one more after this. You potion? What grass move do you have? It's Grass Knot. Okay. Oh, wait, I lived. Wait. Weather Ball is the best. Oh, wow. Weather Ball is strong. Wow, my god. Am I saved? Guaranteed 2 HK? Really? Yeah, because this thing should only do like 28 max according to the Cal healing. Let's see what I got. Yeah, that would have killed. A terrible plan. Oh my god. Yeah, this thing is holding something. Is it Hortensia and Leno? I'm sorry, Hortensia. Yep. Please kill. Yeah, okay. Well, we made it out. Somehow, despite my very panicked and suboptimal defense play, I made it out. I wish I had an answer for why I played the way I did. Why I built the team the way I did. I had put so much stock into Remilia clutching through the entire fight. After all, look at all the resists I had for her entire team. While a portion of that fight definitely came down to inexperience, not knowing Roserade packed extrasensory, for example, as well as the lack of team building, not taking advantage of my ability to use potions really came back to hurt me in the endgame for that fight. This split, I did not show my A game at all. I should have been aware of Cherry Berry to allow me to play more aggressively at the start. I should have been more aware of the value Beldum provided to this battle, and I should have stocked up on healing before jumping into the gym. In the back of my mind, the words of Don Schnack echoes in my head. The number one cause of death in Nuzlockes is carelessness.
Hey, do you read me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. Do you see him over there?
Mm-hmm. Tell me again why I'm here?
That guy thinks he can be me. Just look at him. All sad and lonely because he got his second gym badge for a price. Excellent. Just the way I like it.
Is this not a little bit extreme, Lucas?
Do not say my name. You don't know who might be listening.
Right. Okay, my bad.
But I know something he doesn't. He thinks you're me. So all you have to do is get him at the right moment, and he'll never see it coming. Got all that?
Yeah. I think I can do that.